Okay, hello everyone. I'm here with Caitlin Bunny
Hello.
from Kate Literature, and we are going to film like our anticipated releases of 2023. So we are going to talk about book releases and film and TV releases. So very excited because there are lots of stunning stuff coming out. I didn't even realize until we were making the list, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yes, that, them, she. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's actually the 3rd of January that we're filming this. So today, The Stolen Heir comes out by Holly Black. And this is the first in a new duology. So this is the first in the Stolen Heir duology. So this is actually set 8 years after the Folk of the Air series. So this book follows a new main character. I won't say who in case of spoilers, but it's very exciting. We both love the Folk of the Air series.
Yeah. Been really feeling the need to revisit it lately because Jude and Carden, hate to love Blueprint. Love them.
Yeah. It's really stunning. It's been years since I've delved into that world, so I'm really excited. To go back into it. I'm hopefully going to start it soon.
Okay, next up. Romance royalty is in the house. Talia Hibbert's coming back with Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. I think, is this the YA one?
It is.
This is the,
the disappointed voice.
A moment of silence. Because Miss Talia Hibbert, we all know, she has written some of the most scrumptious romance. Like new adult romance with gorgeous, smart, all this stuff. This one's YA. What's the thinking? Not sure, but of course that will follow her into battle. Trust her with anything. So I'm sure even if it's smart light, it will still be a stunning romance. She always has such fantastic, lovable, deep main characters, and the men are always stunning and obsessed with them. It's a great time. Yeah, another Talia Hibbert, thank you.
Wait,
What it's about.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay, a quirky content creator and a clean-cut athlete testing their abilities to survive the great outdoors. Fun!
Yeah, and it's a second chance romance.
Second chance. 3rd of January as well.
Oh yeah, so that's also today.
Happy Talia Hibbert Day.
Yeah.
To those who celebrate.
Then we've got Bad Cree by Jessica Johns. This comes out on the 10th of January, and this is horror, and it's supposed to be bunny vibes. So Caitlin put me onto this because she was sent an arc, right?
Yes. So I think it was Scribe Publishing, who's an Australian place, where are my words, anyway, reached out to me and they were like, this book has bunny vibes. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah. I do want it. And yeah, I have that arc at home. I'm definitely going to read it ASAP because it sounds so good.
In this gripping debut tinged with supernatural horror, a young Cree woman's dreams lead her on a perilous journey of self-discovery that ultimately forces her to confront the toll of a legacy of violence on her family, her community, and the land they call home.
Stunning. It's by an Indigenous Canadian woman. And she's a young, stunning girlie. Looked her up on Instagram.
Stunning. Yeah. Any book with bunny vibes. Thank you.
Yeah. Next up, one we've kind of been slacking on, but we have plans to rectify it because the 3rd installment in the Last Hours trilogy is coming out in January. Chain of Thorns. We're yet to read Chain of Iron, but we're reading Chain of Iron in January in time for Chain of Thorns. And Chloe obviously loves Chain of Gold. I love Chain of Gold as well. There's a magic in it. There's a magic in the Infernal Devices, and thus there is a magic in The Last Hours. And do I remember what happened? Chain of Gold. Funny story.
The Kevin thing.
We planned to read Chain of Iron ages ago, and Chloe and Kevin were starting it, and Kevin's like, I'm just gonna read a quick plot summary to remind myself what happened in Chain of Gold, and we're like, okay, yeah. Literally 40 minutes later or something, and Chloe was like, oh my god, are you up to this page in Chain of Iron or something? And Kevin's like, I haven't even finished reading the summary.
And he's like, I'm not even halfway through
the summary. I'm not even halfway through the summary. We're like,
maybe stop.
At what point do you just reread the book? That honestly, I love to laugh. That always makes me laugh.
I love that moment.
So yeah, Chain of Thorns, I'm sure it'll be magnificent. Probably heartbreaking.
Yeah, I do.
Who knows? But yeah, and then I guess we find out what's next from Cassandra Clare.
Yeah, because it's the last
OG. Yeah.
book in that series, and that obviously I need to read Chain of Iron and everything, but it could be my new favourite Shadowhunters series because The Infernal Devices was my, like I've always said that was my favourite, but after reading Chain of Gold, I was like, this is next level. Because the characters, the writing, like the plot, like there's just nothing I can really critique. So, I love it. I'm so excited. Okay, so on the 31st, Mame also comes out by Jessica George. Mame has multiple meanings in Twee, but in this case it means women. So it's supposed to be smart, funny, deeply affecting, and it deals with the themes of our time with humour and poignancy, from familial duty and racism to female pleasure, the complexity of love, and the life-saving power of friendship. Most important, it explores what it feels like to be torn between two homes and cultures, and it celebrates finally being able to find where you belong. So I'm sure this will be stunning, relatable, and amazing, and yeah, I really can't wait for that.
Okay, Miss Rebecca Kwong is back with Yellowface. So this is a bit of a departure for her so far, because I don't think it's like fantasy, is it?
No, yeah, I think it's literary thriller.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Fun! Darkly funny literary thriller. And we know Arif Kwan could definitely do fun comedy. Because there were so many moments in Babe where I was like,
yeah.
These crazy kids. So I think this is about an author who has like a huge bestseller but is kind of masquerading as being a different race when the author herself is white. Which, and I remember there was like a huge, basically like pandemic of that ages ago when lots of men were using like pseudonyms or like abbreviated names or initials to try like masquerade as women writers. And it's like,
Disgusting.
Disgusting like full circle moment as well, considering like women used to have to use men's names to even get published. Like, let us have something, please. So obviously the author in question within the novel Yellowface, their life's going to spiral a bit, I think. Yeah, so Yellowface takes on questions of diversity, racism, and cultural appropriation, not only in the publishing industry, but the persistent erasure of Asian American voices and history by Western white society. Thank you.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely incredible. Like, Arif Kwang obviously just goes from strength to strength. And her next strength will be on the 25th of May.
Stunning. Okay, so then on the 2nd of February, Heartstopper Volume 5. I actually forgot about this because for some reason I thought the last volume that was released was like the conclusion, but clearly not. Because the conclusion comes out on the 2nd of February. And yeah, Volume 5, I'm obviously so excited. I haven't, like I know you can read the comic on Tapas, I think. I haven't done that because I've just been waiting for the physical releases. So I'm really excited to see how it ends. Obviously, I'm really sad that it's ending because I could just read like a million stories about Nick and Charlie and their friends just like living life. But of course, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Love them so much.
He's tickling.
Scruffy.
He tickles. Oi, Charlie. Alrighty. Coming on the 28th of February, A Day of Fallen Night. Honestly, a title I'm still trying to get my brain cells around, but it sounds stunning. So this is within the world of Priory of the Orange Tree, right? Because Priory is a standalone fantasy, which I have still not read, but I want to read it this month.
Oh, this month? You have lots of fun.
Yeah, I have booked. Yeah, because Kaz's book club on Discord is reading it this month. And I want to read this month before like work starts, you know? We'll see. Maybe I could read that in a day.
Good luck.
Really?
I mean, maybe, but like... Oh, where is it? It's really long. Yeah, it's like 800 pages. I mean, maybe. You never know.
It's like 8 to 10 hours, maybe. Is it really dense, though?
Yeah.
Quite dense. Okay. Maybe not one day. But yeah, now we have another novel within this world. So Kaz is reading it right now because she has an arc and she's been like, it's even more sapphic, like from her memory, which thank you. And Dragons, Gillies, Fantasy, thank you.
Yeah, because this is Priory, well, this is my arc of Priory.
Beautiful.
I read it years ago, loved it, but one of my like complaints was it definitely wasn't sapphic enough because there is a beautiful female-female romance. I loved it, but there just wasn't enough content, you know? Like, it was definitely more focused on the fantasy and the plot, which obviously I loved as well. But, you know, the fact that Day of Fallen Night supposedly has more sapphic vibes. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's, like, set, like, 200 years prior or something.
Yeah, honestly, prequel over sequel. Prequels are fun.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm locking that in. I don't know how many prequels have I even read. Anyway, yeah, I
Just
do.
the concept of a prequel, I think, is often more fun.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. Okay, then we have another book that Kaz is actually currently reading, Hellbent by Lee Bardugo, which is the sequel to Ninth House. And I did read Ninth House years ago. Honestly, I remember everyone was like, oh my god, because like the sequel was going to take like years to come out. And the fact that it's out, unfortunately, I do have some of the excitement. Actually, a lot of my excitement has gone down. But I'm still excited to read it because I do remember really enjoying Ninth House.
Can I just say, Chloe's Ninth House vlog, one of my favorites.
Really?
It was a 24-hour readathon where she finished it after being like in a reading slump and like kind of in the middle of it for a while. I remember it was back when it was Live Love Polish, and it was like the Jane Austen Live Love Polishes in the video, and it was like the Kiki's Delivery Service picture book. Like, wow, what a time that was. I love that video. I love that video. And Bunny on the cover of this one, right? Creepy Rabbit.
Yes, the creepy rabbit. I will definitely need to read a summary because I do not remember anything that happened in Ninth House, really. Oh, well, I do remember a few things. Oh, actually, maybe I should read it. I mean, reread it.
Please, and then I can read it.
Yeah.
Because I read like 50 pages and I remember being like, this Darlington guy.
Yeah. Exciting times. 10th of January, I don't know if I said that.
Okay. Mona Awada's back. She never left because she is the book industry, but she's back with her third novel, and this one is called Rouge. It is... Rouge is Mona's, I was going to say fourth novel actually, because I always forget about her debut, which was like her master's writing thesis project thing. Anyway, it is, I think we can say this. Mona considers it like the third in her sort of twisted fairy tale trilogy. So that would be, of course, the trilogy that began with Bunny and was continued with All's Well, and now will be wrapped up with Rouge. We, luckiest bunnies in the world, know a bit about what Rouge is about.
It's stunning. Well,
yeah, no, I think it could be the best yet.
I know, like...
It's crazy to think of something topping Bunny, and maybe like we won't prefer it to Bunny, like maybe Bunny will still be the fave because it's so much of what we love, but Rouge, the premise, wow. World, I'm excited for you. And like, as we saw with All's Well, like she just keeps getting better and better. Like her craft is impeccable. It's our brand. Love you, Mona. Can't wait. That comes out in September. So a wee while away, but I remember, when we reread Bunny in 2021.
Yeah.
And we were talking to Mona, she had finished her first draft then. So I'm pretty sure it's like, ready. So arcs, we are available.
We are available.
Yeah.
As soon as I get a copy, I of course will be filming a vlog because that's such a moment in time. And then another one of my favorite authors, Mary H.K. Choi, is coming out with a new novel this year.
Very sneaky about this, she has been.
Yeah, so I don't think there's... Well, we couldn't find a release date, but it says 2023, so let's hope. And that is Milk Tea. I will read anything by Mary H.K. Choi. I've loved every single one of her books that I've read. When I looked this up, I realised there's actually a few other books I haven't read by her, which needs to be rectified. I know.
I thought she had just written the 3.
Well, like she has some earlier.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is actually supposed to be like officially adult. And I feel like the books that I've read by her besides like Emergency Contact have definitely felt adult. So I'm excited to see like, if there's going to be a huge change in tone, like if it's just going to be like even, So yeah, this is a novel about a mother, a daughter, and their brushes with fame in very different generations and contexts.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah. Fun.
Mary. So we're to call her just Mary. Mary H.K. Choi. Oh my god. Banger after banger.
I know.
We had the Mona, the Mary, and now the Megan, the M's. They're all M's.
Wow.
Mona, Mary, Megan. Okay, Megan Nolan has a new book coming out. Wow. Again, like could be a bit of a departure. So her first book, her debut novel, which like insane that it's a debut because it's absolutely incredible. Absolutely read Acts of Desperation if you haven't already.
Thank you.
That was very much a protagonist-led book, all about our young girl going through life, lessons, love, loss, all kinds of things. And it was amazing. This, I think, is going to have a sort of wider cast of characters because we have a familial setting. It's called Ordinary Human Failings. I believe it's about an Irish family who have some sort of like scandal, and it's set in the 90s. So it's like historical fiction. I think there might be some stuff about the tension between Ireland and the UK, stuff like that. So have fun. Carry out your vision because, wow, I'll read anything she writes.
Oh, same.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She's definitely one of my new favorites. Like, after Acts of Desperation, I was like, I don't even know the synopsis.
Yeah.
But that sounds really cool. But yeah, like, just anything she writes, give it to me.
Yeah. She's a really fun Instagrammer as well.
Yeah, she's really fun. Okay, then The Situationship by Taylor Dior Rumble. I was looking up anticipated releases from authors of colour because I realised I used to be so good with reading. Like, I used to try to do, like, if I read a book by a white author, I would read at least one book by an author of colour. And I feel like last year I was really slacking with that. And then so when we were compiling the list of, like, anticipated releases, there were a lot of white authors and I was like, we need to, like, get some diversity going on. That list was stunning, honestly, that list that I found. Anyway, so yes, this perfectly captures the messiness of modern dating. Just even the title, like, situationship, it sends a shiver down my spine.
No, scary.
Like, I hate it. So this involves, you know, like, dating apps, the stress of waiting for, like, a reply, like, all that stuff. So we follow a 24-year-old, and she's a writer, Tia, and her trials of falling for nonchalant men who can never seem to tell you where you stand. So, and it's supposed to be quite funny as well, so
You'd hope.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
It comes out on the 17th of August.
Oh, okay. Next up is Rootless. This is by Crystal Zara Appiah. This looks fun. Very fun cover as well. So,
Beautiful cover.
this novel explores the limits of love, asking the question, can you ever be rooted in a home that's on the brink of collapse? It's an open and honest exploration of the rediscovery of love, motherhood, and the choices we make, sacrifices that can follow. So, from memory, the premise of the book, these two people meet at university and they subsequently get married and have a kid and stuff. And then I think he comes home one day and the kid's like, where's mom? And mum's gone. Like, she's flown away. She's like, I'm out of here.
Oh,
And so maybe it's about like...
gotcha.
So I think there is still going to be hopefully like some romance in there, maybe something about like reconciliation, reconnection, or perhaps new connections, loss of connections. Who knows where it's going to go? But thank you for discussing like how relatable to be like, I can't imagine if I was with someone I'd met at university and like had a kid at this point. Of course it would be tempting to just be like,
See ya.
see ya, and go off for like a silly little trip or silly little new life, because that must be insanely overwhelming. Yeah. So don't know where it's going to go, but we will be finding out on the 14th of March.
Okay, then we have Atalanta by Jennifer Saint. And Caitlin and I both love Jennifer Saint. Caitlin put me onto her. So Ariadne is the book that I've read and loved from her. So beautiful. So she is the queen of Greek mythology retellings.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't read her second book, so I apologise, Jennifer Saint. But I have it and I definitely will be reading it. And I am, of course, excited for her new book coming out on 9th of May.
Wow. Everything's so soon.
I know.
And the passage of time, we will blink and have all these books.
Yeah, honestly, I always say it, but anticipated book releases are one of the reasons to live. Because how exciting just to have something coming out. Like, I remember when I was little and, you know, it'd be like, oh my god, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Oh, sorry. That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana is coming out on this date. And I would be like, that's what I'm living for. Like, I can't wait for this to come out. So, like... So, yeah, if you're not looking forward to this year, hopefully this list convinces you that there is stunningness to come. And also, we'll get to the films. This is a reimagining of the myth of Atalanta, which I'm not super familiar with. No. And I'm actually like not super well versed in the Greek mythology world. So if you are like me, I would still give Ariadne a try. I know we're not talking about Ariadne right now, but it's just so beautiful, you need to read it. But anyway, so I feel like Jennifer Saint like makes it accessible to everyone. But yeah, so Atalanta is a fierce huntress raised by bears and the only woman in the world's most famous band of heroes, the Argonauts. Fun! I really love how Jennifer Saint tells the Greek myths focusing on women, because obviously there are so many like Greek mythology retellings about like the men in Greek mythology, and like so there are so many stunning women stories.
Yeah,
So,
totally. And
yeah.
like, of course, women stay suffering. So like
Yeah.
there are so many interesting parallels to like women's experiences today as well. So cool. Okay. What's this, eh?
Oh, live reaction.
Rosewater by Liv Little. Stunning name, Rosewater. Wow. So, a story of intergenerational love, healing, and one woman's journey home. Elsie is a sexy, funny, and fiercely independent woman in South London. But at just 28, thank you for just 28. 28 is young.
It is.
Just 28.
Yeah.
Like, you got freaking 50 years ahead of you, minimum. Okay. But at just, oh, hang on. But at just 28, she is tired. Also relatable, yeah.
But it's saying like, oh, can't believe you're tired at just 28, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're such a young, fun girl.
Yeah.
She spends her days writing tender poetry in her journal, and her nights are spent working long hours for minimum wage at a neighborhood dive bar. Not even sleeping with her alluring co-worker, Bea, can quell her existential dream. Elsie gets it. The difficulty of being estranged from her family, struggle of being continually rejected from jobs, and fear of never making money doing what she loves is too great. But Elsie is determined to keep the faith for a little longer at least. Things will surely turn around. They have to. Okay! Top of the list, maybe.
Yeah, doesn't that sound amazing?
That sounds incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Just 28, you know?
Just 28.
Just 28. Thank you, Liv Little. Just 28.
Okay, then we got Sugar Baby by Celine St. Clair. I couldn't find this on Goodreads, but on the publisher's website, they've talked about it. So it's coming out in summer 2023, but I assume that means
Mid-year.
yeah. So this follows Agnes, a young woman stuck in a dead-end cleaning job, whose life changes when she's introduced to a new profession, sugaring. Escaping into the world of high-paid sex work, Agnes embraces a lavish lifestyle of private jets, decadent food, and a revolving door of endless admirers. But her new life rattles her strictly religious mother, who is left struggling to reconcile this new version of her daughter with the one she left her homeland, St. Vincent, for all those years ago. So this shines a light on the world of high-paid sex work and explores the taboo topic with vulnerability and interrogates the intersections of beauty, race, and sexuality in an industry where the fine lines of consent and control are often blurred.
That is so fantastic. And
The clap.
No, that really resonated because I recently read a book that sex work was part of the subject matter, and I didn't think it was handled like with very much nuance. And that's like talking about the blurred lines of it.
Yeah.
Now it's like you might think like as a woman like getting paid like you have the agency and that it's all on returns and stuff, but it's not that simple. And
the industry definitely has some issues.
Yeah, and so wow, and having that older generation of women to have a different perspective.
Yeah, I feel like that's just going to be... There's a lot I'm excited about for that one.
What's that one called again?
Sugar Baby.
Sugar Baby.
And it's a debut as well, but it's supposed to be stunning.
Honestly, debuts are killing it, aren't they? Has a woman ever written a bad debut? Okay, next one is Natural Beauty. This sounds like a fun time. So our girlie's like an elite musician. I think she plays like the violin or the cello or something like that. Yeah, string instrument. Thank you.
Awesome. Do you know that song?
Yes.
Is it like a saw?
Not another sound. No.
If anyone can guess, please leave it in the comments.
So apparently there's horror in the story though. Like I think it's going to be a bit of a thrill ride. She gets into the world of like high-end performing orchestral music, blah, blah, blah. And things go a bit crazy. And then I think alongside that, we also have discussions on beauty and like modern beauty alterations and processes and, operations and all these other things that people go through. And it sounds like it's dealing with a lot, but for some reason, reading the summary, like I have faith that it will do it really well. Oh, 4th of April.
Yeah, soon.
So yeah, our protagonist is like going through these sort of beauty and aesthetic transformations while she's in like this new realm of Thank you. Sounds scary and fun. And it's by Ling Ling Huang, who's also like a musician as well. So you know it's going to have all the reality in there. Yeah, 4th of April.
And I saw some early reviews, and apparently it's supposed to have like beauty cult vibes.
Oh!
And it's, been getting really good reviews. Okay, so now moving on to film and TV releases. I just have a few things on my list, but Caitlin has most of them, right?
Yeah, I made a list with 15.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wind it up!
how do you live the new Studio Ghibli film? Like, of course, I'm so excited. And I actually bought the book that it's based off the other day. So I'm really excited to read that before the movie, which will be like the first time I ever do that for a Studio Ghibli film.
It's a Japanese classic, right?
Yeah, it's a Japanese classic. Apparently it's Miyazaki's like favorite children's novel.
I get Little Prince vibes.
Like, do you know the synopsis?
No, not from memory, but I
Well,
remember.
to be honest, like, literally who cares?
Yeah.
Obviously, just any Studio Ghibli film I will watch.
And like, how do you live, you know?
Nah, I don't think this has a release date yet, but 2023 is the year, hopefully.
I'm pretty sure I saw something about like mid-year. Like, I don't think it's too far away. Wow. Narrated in 2 voices. The first, it belongs to a 15-year-old. Perfect for readers of philosophical fiction like The Alchemist and The Little Prince, as well as Miyazaki fans eager to understand one of his most important influences. Tick all the boxes, baby!
Exactly.
Wow!
Yeah.
Also, wasn't Miyazaki like, I'm not making any more films?
No, I know.
Now he's like, you know that Paul
where-
Weasley video? Paul, when he's like, I can't take any photos, I can't take, and then he's like,
yeah.
no, but I know what you were gonna do it. He's like, I'm not gonna make any more films.
And then he's like, yeah.
Gotcha.
19th of January, so really soon, Junji Ito, Maniac, Japanese Tales of the Macabre, comes out on Netflix.
Wait, so we're getting 2 Junji Ito adaptations this year?
Yeah. So, super soon. Obviously, I'm so excited. I love Junji Ito. And this is basically an anthology series, and it is adapting some of his most horrific tales from his collection. So, I'm literally so excited. Like,
It's so fun. So will it be like a tale per episode or something?
I think so, yeah.
Cool!
Yeah. Literally 19th of January, like,
This month.
yeah. And then the last one on my list I have is Uzumaki, which is going to be a TV show, obviously adapted from Uzumaki by Junji Ito. And Uzumaki is one of my favourite Junji Ito stories. So.
I think it's the scariest.
Oh, it's absolutely the scariest.
Yeah.
That's going to be...
Yeah, those visuals in motion. I don't know!
Yeah, it's going to be... Oh, that's going to be so fun though. Like, I can't wait. And I feel like they're really like trying to perfect it because it's been pushed back twice now, I think. And they've said, like the creators have said, you know, that we're just really trying to perfect it and stuff. So I feel like
Fine by me.
they are dedicated to making it stunning, which
Yeah.
I appreciate.
Totally. Yeah, like in a world that wants just like a Marvel movie every month, you know? And like, obviously I want stunning new releases, but I would rather
The
artists
priority.
have time to make their art like at the speed at which they want to make it, to like the degree of perfection that they are striving for, like their vision. I wish that everyone could have more time and they weren't just on like capitalism's clock with the movie studio being like, we need to buy this, you know, like let them perfect it how they want to do it, just like you just said.
Exactly.
So that's cool. So even if it's not this year, that's fine.
Yeah.
But hopefully it will be. Okay. That's it.
Yeah. Obviously I have others, but I know they're on Caitlin's list already. So
Okay.
let's talk about it.
Speaking of January, silly goofy time with that Megan movie.
Oh, of course.
If you have seen this trailer, you know that a silly goofy, but also probably like pretty scary time is ahead, because there is a doll, like an artificial intelligence doll.
Human child size.
Yeah. I think an aunt takes custody of her niece after the parents die somehow. And the aunt happens to be like the developer of this new robotic doll. And she's like, oh my God, she's so sad. Let's give her, you know, the prototype or whatever. She can, you know, have Megan as her friend. And Megan's like, scary! And
I love a creepy doll movie.
obviously, like anyone with a brain cell knows where like a robot story is going. Like obviously the AI is going to just supersede the human brain and just go crazy and be like, no, I'm not going to turn off. And go watch the trailer. It's got the most hilarious needle drop in the world. she dances and then does these like acrobatic flips and then like yeets a kid.
And does like this werewolf thing.
Ew, I forgot about the running on all fours.
So fun.
That is going to be hilarious. And yeah, that's out in like a matter of days. Thank you. Another one I'm excited for. The Pale Blue Eye, which is like a historical fiction, but also kind of biopic because it's set when this detective is like investigating a murder or something and this young person decides to like help him. I think kind of becomes his protege. The young person is Edgar Allan Poe. So it becomes a bit of a like story about him, I think. But yeah, it's got good reviews so far from what I've seen, and Christian Bale's in it, and Patrick Bateman, we love you. Scream.
Oh, of course. Got him.
So I think this is the 6th. I actually haven't seen the newest.
You haven't?
I haven't seen any except Scream.
Oh! Well, yeah, I love Scream.
Are they all good?
Well, I think you just can't have a bad time in Scream.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I obviously think the first is the best, but it's just a guaranteed fun time in my opinion. And I really did enjoy the most recent one. So, yeah, I'm excited for the 6th.
That will be exciting. Look at this stuff.
Isn't it neat?
Wouldn't you think my
collection's complete?
Wouldn't you think I'm the girl?
A girl who has everything.
The Little Mermaid. Honestly, this trailer, when that trailer dropped, what a moment.
Chills.
Because, yes, chills with the vocals, but chills with the kind of like actual like mermaid kind of scary vibes. Like the shipwreck was scary and she had really fun fins.
Yeah, she looked beautiful.
Like beautiful braids, like the production design and all the costume, like everything they've done looks gorgeous, and obviously we know she's going to sound amazing. Like this could be the Disney live action that saves us.
Yeah, because usually with Disney live action I'm like, no offense, who cares?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I did really like Beauty and the Beast. But like Halle Berry, right?
Yeah.
Halle Berry being amazing. And to be honest, like the animated Little Mermaid, I actually was not obsessed with. Like, it's fine, but I was never obsessed with it growing up. And even to this day, it's like not one that I love to rewatch. Obviously, I love like the mermaid vibes, but just the story, I'm kind of like, boring.
I disagree, but like I do understand what you're saying. It is like definitely a nostalgic one for me.
Yeah.
But I did always think kind of, every time I put it in, I was like, this isn't like as fun as I remember. It's one of those things where like the first like 30 minutes or so was dynamite with like Part of Your World and like Kiss the Girl and stuff, and then it just kind of falls off a bit. But then Vanessa, the fun like evil Brent, the Little Mermaid. Wow.
Yeah, obviously love the music and stuff. But yeah, I feel like I will love this one a million times more, especially because we've got a stunning black girly.
And I just looked it up and it's Halle Bailey.
Oh, sorry.
If you want to say that.
Sorry, not Halle Berry. Halle Bailey. Absolutely.
Halle Berry, another black queen.
And I feel like they've taken a different tone, like based on the trailer, which I appreciate.
Darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Definitely the darker tone.
Okay, another vocalization to lead us into the next one. I'm a Barbie girl
in a Barbie world.
Life in plastic.
It's fantastic.
Barbie movie by Greta Gerwig, the mind who gave us Little Women. Thank you. Margot Robbie's in it. Ryan Gosling's in it. Quite a few people are in it. The teaser trailer's out. It looks hilarious.
Really? I haven't even seen it.
Yeah, it's just like a real tease, and they've like modeled it off a classic moment in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Like, it's gonna be incredible, like camp excellence. I can sense it.
Yeah.
Really excited for Barbie. On the same exact day, I think the new Christopher Nolan movie is coming out, Oppenheimer, which is like a historical fiction, something to do with like nuclear weaponry, I think. And I was reading, because Christopher Nolan loves his practical effects, I think he actually like set off a bomb for this movie.
Oh.
Men are
Relax.
crazy. Men will set off a bomb for their movie before they go to therapy.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, I do love Christopher Nolan. I am a film bro in that way. And I love him. I think he's a really fun time. And like Tenet was really fun. Love Dunkirk. Love it all, lads.
I've not seen any of those. I don't plan to.
Yeah, I don't think you'd like them. I don't think so. Okay, new Luca Guadagnino film. Not a Timmy one, sadly, but Zendaya is in this one. It's called Challenges.
I wonder if Timmy like got Zendaya like
Yeah, probably was like,
Come on.
this is set in the tennis world, and I'm actually a tennis girly, so I'm very excited about this, and I like generally get on quite well with Lucasfilms. So
Wait, sorry. Just to clarify, in case people are like, oh my god, she cut her off. It's because the camera.
oh. So I think it's kind of like a love triangle situation in the world of tennis, where there's like a couple, and then I think maybe they are both players and there's a coach, but then there's like an affair with the guy. Yeah. It's going to be messy, I think.
Messy tennis vibes?
Yeah, I love tennis. I love tennis on film. Like, Wimbledon is hilarious. I actually love that rom-com a lot.
I do love tennis as well. Well, I don't really watch it often. I watched like one game, which I remember being fun. But I love to play.
So many of my tennis husbands are in Australia right now.
Should we stalk them?
They're in Adelaide right now. But
right.
then they'll be, like, for the Australian Open. Andre Rublev, if you're watching this. Okay. Oh!
Is it Wonka?
Other one.
Dune Part 2!
Dune Part 2. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Fear is the mind killer. I hold at your neck the gum jabbar.
I've been having dreams.
What's in the box? Dune freaking slapped.
I love Dune.
Sci-fi era. It's an incredible movie. I rewatched Dune while I was wrapping my Christmas presents. And I had the best time ever. I love that movie. We've watched it on a plane. What haven't we done? Like, can't wait for part 2. We have some new people at the table, including Austin Butler, including Florence Pugh, who I think are playing, like, prince and princess roles, maybe. I haven't finished the novel yet, but this will definitely inspire me too, because the initial film followed the first half of the book, and now we're getting the second half, so...
And I have read the book, so this will be a fun moment, because I love reading something before the adaptation comes out. Even though I probably have to brush up on the plot. But yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah, and Denis Villeneuve is such a reliable filmmaker. Really excited. Also in the realm of Timmy.
Wonka.
I think this will be a silly goofy time. I think it's a musical.
Yeah, there's like a clip I saw of him singing. I was like,
he's like on top of a cart, right? And he's just like,
absolute cutie.
Yeah, absolute cutie.
And I love Wonka. Maybe we should rewatch.
Willy Wonka?
Yeah.
The OG one, right?
Oh, of course.
I love that movie too.
No, I love it. And like the Tunnel of Terror scene. I wonder if Jimmy would reenact that. I would love that. Oh, that would be so fun.
That would be fun. So I think this is like, again, a prequel.
Oh! So it's not a
No, it's not that story. It's like I think it's a prequel of him like meeting the Oompa Loompas and stuff like that.
That's fun.
Yeah. So yeah, probably no Tunnel of Terror, but
yeah.
Maybe.
There goes that dream.
There
goes Bill.
There goes Bill. The fact that we have footage of him singing means it could be a possibility. Wonka, I think that will be a funny time. Okay. I have 3 more, but we don't have actual release dates for these yet. They are pegged as being 2023 films, but as we know, like COVID and other things have pushed out release dates for a lot of movies, but hopefully these ones will not be affected and they will in fact come out this year. First one is called Foe, and this is on the sort of Dune wave sci-fi, and it stars Saoirse Ronan and Paul Mescal, 2 of my favorite people, and I think 2 of the more interesting, like, younger working actors.
Is Paul Mescal the non-people?
Yeah, and Saoirse Ronan's kind of taken like a break from movies for a while, which like good for her because she really was working back to back and has like 5 Oscar nominations, and she's like younger than me, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, she's back. And she's with Paul Mescal for a sci-fi moment. I don't really know what it's about, but I'll be watching it. Fair Play, which I just read about today actually, but it's got Phoebe Dynevor from Bridgerton and someone else whose name escapes me. And it's like an industry, like hedge fund, banking world, like thriller kind of thing. And again, it's the dude film bro in me. I love those stories. I think that's going to be silly, goofy fun. And it gave me the vibes of the television show industry, which HBO are making at the moment. I think there are 2 seasons and they've been renewed for a 3rd, which is like a fantastic television show. And it definitely reflects that world. So that could be a fun movie. And then Sir Jack Harlow is making the leap into film.
He didn't even ask.
He didn't even tell you.
He didn't tell me.
And we don't know when this is coming out. I think it probably hasn't even been filmed yet. I think it's more just been announced. But there's going to be a remake of White Men Can't Jump. And Jack Harlow is going to star in it. So Jack Harlow on our screens for a feature-length time playing basketball. Wow! What if there's a romance in it? Like...
Wow.
Yeah,
So
so
excited.
don't know when that'll come out, but any opportunity
Love
to
you, Jack
see
Harlow.
Jack Harlow is, fine by us.
A basketball man. Thank you.
Yeah,
Jack
where are
Harlow.
all the basketball movies?
Yeah, there haven't been many lately.
No.
Yeah, so that's our list for anticipated releases. I feel like 2023 is a really stunning year for releases.
Mm.
Like, I feel like maybe last year when I was doing anticipated releases, it wasn't as stunning. But I feel like this year, we've got a lot.
So many of the gangs here, like the
Yeah.
fact that we have like Amon Awad, Amiri H.K. Choi, and Megan Nolan, and
Yeah,
Jennifer Saint, like
exactly.
all these novels, and then all those like fantastic debuts that we've read about from these authors of color. Like, wow.
Exactly, like so many new books from our favorite authors and like some of our favorite actors starring in some stunning movies. Like, wow. Actually, if you had to choose, like, what's your number one most anticipated book and film?
Book and film. Okay.
Yeah,
Can I have
let
the
me-
book list, please?
Oh, yeah, okay. Actually, I know what my book is already.
What is it?
Rouge. 100%.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we should exclude.
Exclude this, exclude that.
No, but at the moment, I feel like maybe we should, you know?
Okay, fine. Well, then Chain of Thorns, probably. Like, a conclusion to a stunning series that, like I said, is probably going to be my favourite Shadowhunter series.
Yeah, that's a hard question, Lance. Yeah, because obviously Rouge.
Yeah.
Apart from Rouge, maybe in this moment, the Megan Nolan.
Yeah.
But I'm so intrigued by Rosewater. Like, for one that I hadn't really, like, encountered before this.
Yeah.
That's going to be stunning. And then film, probably Fear is the Mind Killer, I think. All challenges. Oh, how do you... Oh, What do you think? Is it your Ghibli one?
Yeah, How Do You Live is my most anticipated. Oh, I'm so excited.
This is actually our year, I think.
Yeah.
Like, this is such a stunning culmination of things we love.
Yeah, exactly. Like, new to Ghibli, June Magic. Like, I actually just can't even fathom it.
Yeah.
And Juji.
Yeah. And more is going to come during the year as well.
Exactly. Like, this is just what's been announced. Wow. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we got some stunning new releases on your radar. And of course, if you have any that we need to be aware of, please let us know. And thank you so much, Caitlin, for being in my video.
Thank you for having me, Bunny.
Is there anything else we need to say? Of course, Caitlin will be linked below. Caitlin mainly makes content on her Patreon, which is patreon.com/
Literature.
And I also have my Patreon always linked below too, which is where I upload extra content. All our socials will be below. All our socials will also be below. But yeah, I think that's all we have to say. Hope you're having a good day or night. And we'll see you in our... Well, I don't know if you'll be...
Well, hopefully we'll do more together.
Bye!
Bye.